G'day folks, it's the Meeple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you, and this time we're going with some official stuff again, but it's going to be quite a fun little battle, and it's going to take a little bit of explaining to do, so follow me on this tangent that I go on. But essentially I wanted to get another game filmed before the end of the week, because normally I try and film these at the end of the week, but we've got some stuff coming up here at home, so I wanted to get one done a little bit earlier, and today happens to be Boxing Day, so I thought, oh, let's have a bit of a thematic Boxing Day fight, and I thought, okay, well, I better find out what Boxing Day's all about. At first I was thinking maybe we'll get Balrog and we'll have a bit of a boxing match, but no, Boxing Day apparently used to be all about sort of donating to the poor. So, and I think it's sort of now just become sort of about going to Boxing Day sales and things like that. But yeah, Boxing Day apparently originally was all about sort of donating to the poor. So I thought, all right, well, let's have a think about this. Maybe I could have a team of sort of Robin Hood-esque people who are, you know, out to maybe, you know, do good for the common man sort of thing. And I thought, what better a candidate could we have than Bob? Okay, and we're going to do our explanation a little bit backwards today. We're going to do our hero overview first, and then we're going to do our villain overview. So we're going to do Bob, agent of Hydra. I think that's his name, and he is going to have a great idea. He wants to get a collection of guys together and go around and help people out and give lots of presents and donations to people all over town. So we're going to be using Bob, and he's going to recruit some wily friends here, and Loki is someone who may or may not have given Bob this idea in the first place, but he's promised he's going to do good, and he's going to be helping and not do anything nefarious. So we're going to use the hero version of Loki, and someone who's always up for the common people, and that is Spider-Punk. So we're going to use Spider-Punk here. One of the few models that I've actually got painted, so that'll be fun too. And let's have a look at their deck. So now Bob, we don't have any equipment for, so we're just going to shuffle Bob's deck up. We don't need to worry about removing any double wilds or anything like that. And so we are looking good. And there we go. All right, so let's see what he gets. No starting hand cards. What has he got at the beginning? He's a bit chaotic, I believe Bob is. Well, there we go. We've got a single movement, a single punch, and we've got throw clumsily, so we can give 2 punch tokens from the pool to another hero in our locations. We've got to be near them. But then we accelerate the next villain turn by 1 card. All right, so off to a great start there. Let's have a look now at his ally here. Now we have taken out the cards here. So we've got rid of the double wilds for these 2 next characters because they do have equipment, and I'm choosing to use the equipment even though I don't really like the Spider-Man one, but that's alright. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I can't remember if I've ever used Hero Loki either, so someone said that they liked him in the recent poll in the Santa giveaway questions there, so yeah, I thought, oh, let's try Loki. So I've had him on the mind. So I probably could have thought of more thematic characters to have on my team with Bob here, but I thought, yeah, Loki sounds like fun, mischievous character. So he's got a wild. He's got another wild. Well, maybe he's very much like Kid Loki. I wonder. I was very impressed by how many wild Kid Loki had in his deck. What's this? Misleading. Next villain turn, when the master plan card is revealed, you decide which location the villain moves to, ignoring the movement instructions on the card. Ah, interesting. Alrighty then. Okay. And he's also got, why don't we show this off as well? We've got some equipment here. So he's got this scepter. Use on your turn, add 2 thugs in any location, and then perform 2 punches in any other location. Then turn this face down. It's a lot of misdirection going there. Some mirages or fake images there. And then we've got at the beginning of your turn, discard 2 action tokens. Wow, to turn this face up. So it sounds pretty powerful actually, so I'm guessing that's why it's so hard to recharge there. So, and we also have, so none of these guys have starting hand cards. We also have Spider-Punk here. what's his name? Hobby. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards. He's got himself a move and a punch, and what's this say? Angry Heart. Perform as many punches as the number of civilians in your current location. And it's got a move there, so it's got quite a bit of movement to start the game off with here. A lot of punches, not a lot of, I suppose we've got these wilds here. Not seeing a lot of heroics. I wonder if I've chosen a team without many heroics. And then we also have the web shooters here. So this lets us move, or we can move a civilian or thug from an adjacent location to your location. Then turn this face down. Well, there we go. So let's have a look. Well, that is our hero team, and now we're going to have a look at, okay, what's the theme? What are we doing here with the villain? And so I thought, well, if we're going to have a villain who wants to stop these guys in their track, who's going to be trying to stop a bunch of do-gooders trying to, give goods to the poor? And that's why I thought, oh, maybe we'll have a bunch of like misfit scallywags that might not really, it's maybe not quite so obvious that they're actually trying to help out. And therefore, a character who might be likely to jump the gun, jump to conclusions, would be a good bad guy to fight here. And I thought, well, the Punisher. And to be honest, we've had a bit of a theme at the last couple of Christmases. We've had Punisher sort of style battles, because I kind of associate Punisher with what's his name, John McClane from Die Hard, and I sort of, these are my little homages to Die Hard Christmas specials. So I think the last couple of Christmases we've had the Punisher featured, and so I thought, let's try and feature him again. And I've been looking for a really good opportunity, because we've tried Kanji Studios Punisher, and we've tried Scud O's Warzone Punisher as well in the past, but I thought, let's try U.S.Agent using the Punisher's hero deck. So this is what we're going to do. I mentioned before that I thought we could do this. Andrew Fantasia had the bright idea of doing this as well, with U.S.Agent's cards. And I tried it with a couple of characters. I tried it with Havoc, the new X Factor Havoc, and that worked pretty well. So we're going to give Punisher a bit of a whirl here. So I'm just using one of Dave's Diversion Architects Rogues Gallery Punisher cards here, just to sort of remind us that we're talking about Punisher, and also to put a little bit of a health stacker there as well. So we're not using any of the rules on this card or anything like this. These are for the Rogues Gallery, which is like a Sinister Six sort of variant or reskin that allows you to have any sort of character you like as your Sinister Six. So we're going to use the Punisher version here. But let's have a look at US, because essentially the villain we're using is U.S.Agent. But let's have a look at what we've got here. So we have played against him on camera. I'll just remind folks who maybe haven't seen this before. So we take his hero deck. In this case, we're going to be trialing Punisher and see if it works. So I'm very much sure that there would be lots of characters who don't work really well with this setup, but we're going to test it out and see if Punisher's one of the good ones. So so they're going to be his master plan cards, and then we're going to take the U.S.Agent Shield equipment card and keep it face up next to the dashboard. Now, when I played with X Factor Havoc, I trialed this without using the shield at all, and it worked fine. It seemed like it was still a pretty balanced game, at least the one-off game that I had. But we are going to use the battle van. They've very kindly given us the battle van. I thought this would be a really thematic way to represent the shield. So we're still going to use that shield rule in this game. So it doesn't actually follow any of the rules on the card. It's just literally a thing to be flipped. So we're going to use that, the battle van. We're not playing supervillain. If we were, we'd get an extra couple of tokens there for the heroes. Let's have a look at his special rules. So he doesn't have a BAM. Instead, what happens is at the start of the villain turn, we draw a U.S.Agent hero card and play it to the storyline. Resolve each symbol at the bottom and any special effect in order. So we go through, we do all, basically we do the movement, we do the heroic, we do the punches, and we do the wild. So let's have a look at the movement. Move U.S.Agent clockwise 1 location. Easy. Heroics, we have deal 1 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent to US Agent, so it's on either side, but it's each hero in those locations for every star. Then we have for every punch, it's deal 1 damage to each hero in his location, so it could get quite nasty. Then we have the wilds, move US Agent clockwise to the next location with any heroes and deal 1 unpreventable damage to 1 hero there. And then the special effects on his cards will just, he just resolves them. And then we have, as long as US Agent's shield, so in this case the battle van, is face up, he ignores 2 damage every hero turn. I think that's pretty thematic for the battle van as well. Heroes may spend 2 heroics to flip that face down. Now when a hero is KO'd, remove the top card from his deck from the game. So we don't play them face down in the storyline, we just remove them from the deck. So there you go. So let's pop that up the top here. We have the same missions here. So we're trying to defeat 9 thugs or rescue 9 civilians or clear 4 of the threats. Let's have a look at the threats. Speaking of threats, he's got 3 of these jury cards, the jury. They are landing spot effects. So if he lands here, we add 2 thugs to the location. But if he's under pressure, we add an additional 2 to each adjacent location. They require heroics to be removed. So we've got the jury, where have we got them here? So we've at Brooklyn Bridge. I thought we'd set this in New York sort of style locations, so I think most of these are New York. We've got the jury here at the Statue of Liberty, and just on the Statue of Liberty, it says here at the end of each villain turn, heroes may add 1 civilian to this location if we choose to, but that's not an end of turn effect, that's just an ongoing game effect for that location. We've got Central Park here. Sorry, I was talking about the jury, wasn't I? So we've got the jury here, Statue of Liberty, Brooklyn Bridge, and we've also got them up at Hell's Kitchen as well. And the jury here says if a hero in this location defeats more than 1 thug here during their turn, they take a damage. So if we get into any big battles there, that's going to hurt us. So let's have a look here. I did say there was Central Park here. We've got the New York City Arena. We've also got Times Square, and obviously there's a lot of tourists in those locations, I guess. So we have the government agents. Alright, so we have landing spot locations for these as well, and they are add 2 civilians to this location, and if he's under pressure, we put 2 civilians additionally at both adjacent locations as well. So essentially they're the same effect, just for civilians and for thugs, and there's 3 of each. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's pretty standard in that sense. He has 7 health because we are running 3 heroes here. And I forgot to talk about the overflow. His overflow effect is if 1 or more tokens can't be added to a location, we deal a damage to the hero there with the fewest cards in hand. So I have to remember that about the fewest cards in hand. And it only affects heroes in that particular location. Alright, let's put the Punisher card down here. Got his health up and ready to go. I did want to take you through some of the special effects in here. So one of the things to bear in mind with this mode, and you can sort of, as you sort of play through it to try and balance it, you could have other effects, or maybe every time a special effect card is played or something like that, or you could designate a particular special effect card to recharge the battle van, because I believe there are a couple of cards in US Agent's deck that might recharge his shield, and so that sort of forces the heroes to have to sort of maybe deal with that a couple of times if you get unlucky, whereas with this deck there's no such card. So like I tried before with Havoc, it didn't seem to make that much of a big deal, so I'm not going to worry too much about it for this one, but we could see if it's too easy. That's something that we could adjust. The other thing I thought I'd show off is just some of the wording on these cards here and how I'm going to deal with them. So this says you can move to any location and punch twice there. So what I'm going to do with this is say that he's going to try and target someone efficiently. So he's going to move to the spot with a character that doing 2 would KO them, and he's going to preferably go for someone with 2 health rather than someone with 1 health, because he wants to do it sort of more efficiently, sort of thing. So he wants to leave as many people close to getting taken out as possible. And if that's too hard, we can always adjust that, and we can say something more similar, like just the character with the lowest health, and that way you can try and keep your characters healthier and stuff, I guess. The other thing is, or you could just say the closest. Here we go. We've got 2 punch twice in any location, and punch once in both adjacent locations. So what how I sort of understand that is you pick any location to attack, and then on either side of that location a punch is dealt. So it's not like in any location and then both locations adjacent to yours. It's if you were using Punisher, it's basically you pick a spot, gets hit heavily, and then on either side of that you put these other ones here. So we will sort of do the same trick with this 2 damage here in any location, and then on either side of whatever location that ends up being, we'll do a punch as well. Rather than trying to target first like the spot that's going to hit the most spread, I think we'll still try and target someone that's going to get taken out efficiently, and then we'll target either side. And then here, this one, it says punch 4 times against a single enemy. And it doesn't say in your location, so it's anywhere. For this one, I think what we'll do, because 4 punches is pretty much going to take out anyone, I think we'll say this one's going to go to the in the nearest location. So I think that's pretty easy. All right, maybe we'll say nearest. Should we say nearest clockwise, or just? I think we'll just say nearest. Why don't we just say that? Okay. So there we go. All right. So we will shuffle his cards up, and let's see how this all works out. So there we go. Villain overview done. I think we are ready to get down to the table and see if this mission works at all with this character, and B, see if we can get away with a little bit of redistributing some wealth to the poorer folks. So, we're making a donation on other people's behalf. Okay. Alrighty then. So let's see what the Punisher is going to do. Alright, so the Punisher is just going to play a single star here. So we got a little bit lucky there. But before he does so, there's no movement. But that is essentially going to trigger this location here. So it says to add 2 thugs to that location. He's not under pressure, so that is that. So we get a little bit lucky there. And so that punch is dealing damage to, that heroic is dealing damage to spots on either side. We're okay there. So we are off and running. So let's see. Bob. Oh, Bob's got another. I was going to say I'd like to play this fun one here just for the sake of playing something fun with Bob, but we've got another one. So it says, I wish I joined AIM instead. So let's have a look here. I'll try and hold that a little bit steadier. Alright, it says gain 1 wild token, and then each other hero must discard an action token if they have any. Well, that's not a bad one to play now, I guess. So we could gain a... Yeah, why don't we do that? I wish I joined AIM. We're giving ourselves a heroic. I sort of do want to keep my heroics around for... getting rid of this battle van though, don't I? But let's try this. Alright. And what I like to do with Punisher is just to remind myself what's going on. I like to flip that over like that. And I think that's why... I don't think that's written anywhere. Does that say that is that what you do with them? Once you've played them? Play it in the storyline. Yep. It doesn't say anything, but I think what a lot of people do is they, at this point, they flip over his card so you don't confuse it, so you don't go to, take the bonus from his card. And I think that's why when they've said, when a hero is KO'd, remove the card from the game rather than playing it face down in the storyline, because I think it's just to, you'll already have a bunch of face down cards in the storyline. That's my guess, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that, but yep, so he's had a turn. We've got ourselves a wild, and we've got a star. So I think I'm just going to put a star straight here. And I don't really want to put civilians out because I'm thinking I might. There seems to be quite a lot of thugs out, and if I want to save my heroics for clearing the threats and working on the getting rid of the battle van, I don't want to be going too heavy on the heroics. I think with this team, hopefully I've got enough punches to deal with thugs and taking down the hero's health. So that's my plan. I don't want to have too many, if I can help it, too many civilians. So let's try that. So now with this wild then, I guess I could put that down. Do I just get rid of that? I mean, it's probably handy to just keep a wild up my sleeve, but no, let's get rid of that. Alright. Let me see. What's Loki got? He's got a bunch of wilds. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, in that case, I think, we'll play that. Then Loki's going to draw a card. Now look at this. Oh, okay. 2 heroics. Maybe, oh man, do I save that? I've got this misleading card. Next villain turn, when the master plan is revealed, you decide where he goes, ignoring the movement instructions on the card. Now, normally that would ignore the movement symbol on the card. But then which sometimes is like a random movement, sometimes it tells you to go straight to them. And I think in that case, since some of his cards are sort of like that, I think I'm going to choose to interpret this for this particular mission as being able to circumvent that ability. Yep. So that could be very handy. Do we play that now? Or do we... Playing 2 hero. Now I'm wishing I'd saved. Now I am wishing I had saved that. Wild, because I could have played this and yeah, that's too much. I think I'm going to save that. I don't think we need that double wild, just a double star just yet. So let's play one of these. Maybe let's play misleading? Why not? So we'll use that. We can use the heroic to clear this location. Alright. There we go. And that's 1 threat down. Now if we stay here, our end of turn effect is going to be you may relocate any number of civilians from this location to other locations, and if you do, gain a movement token for each one you relocate. Oh. Okay. That's not bad. I could get a movement token, but if I don't do that, I could use the wild. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use that wild. I think I'm going to do that instead. So maybe let's send them to Central Park. Oh no, hold on. We can't do that yet because it's not the end of the turn, because that's an end of turn effect, and I'm actually thinking, do I want to use this scepter? On your turn, add 2 thugs in any location, and then perform 2 punches in any other location. Well, oh, here we go. I'm going to put 2 thugs in this location. Now, what's Spider-Punk's card here? That one about perform as many punches as the number of civilians in your location. You need some movement to get there. Oh, that could work. So, if I put those there, maybe put them here. Add 2 thugs in any location. I'll put them over here in Times Square, and then perform 2 punches in any other location. I'll punch these 2. That's 2 thugs down. Then perform a and then turn this face down. Okay, we've done that. Then over here I'll send this guy. Say, you know what's lovely this time of year? Central Park. Send him over here. And then I'll gain a movement token. Why not? There we go. Alright, and now Spider-Punk's turn. So what I'm thinking of doing with Spider-Punk, oh, he's got a new, just when I thought I had a plan, we've got a new card that I've got to read. So what does this say? 15,000 watts of punk rock. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman. No henchman in this one. Next turn their BAM is cancelled. Ah, but he doesn't have BAM. Okay, so this is just a movement card, because that does not actually work against U.S.Agent. Alright, or in this case, Punisher. Alright, I think I'm going to play this Angry Heart, because I've got, with the Wild, I can move myself over here, and then I can do 2 punches, because, so I've got 2 movement, and then perform as many punches as the number of civilians in your current location. So that's not bad. So now I've punched 4 thugs. That's a pretty strong start. We haven't taken out a lot of these. Oh, and you know what? I did forget. Next villain turn when the master plan card. Oh, no, okay. I was going to say we're supposed to check the master plan card, but no, it happens when it's revealed. Okay. So we're all good. Alright. Yes, 1, 2. Yeah. I'm not sure if we did the best thing not using that, but I think that's alright. I'm happy to have the movement token just in case I need it to get where I need to go. In that case, it is. Alright, Punisher's turn. What is he up to? Alright. Oh! Well, here we go. So special ops training. You can move to any location and double punch there. So we can choose. Well, actually, first of all, he moves. So because because we're supposed. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Because this has a movement on it as well. This also has a movement on it, so it's almost like it's got 2 different movement rates. So in that case, what I think is I'm going to have to say is, let's say I can't use it to avoid the big hit here, but let's say I can use it to choose where he's moving. So what I can do with that is I can have him, let's see, we've already put 4 thugs out, so we don't really need a ton of thugs. So I could maybe get him to stop putting thugs out. I could get him to land here, for example. But then if he's not doing a lot of other movement, he might keep hitting me. So maybe I want to put him a bit further away. Or maybe I do want more thugs coming out, save me having to go all the way up here to take some more of them out. Although, to be honest, I think I'm going to work on clearing a few of these locations now. Yeah. Maybe let's do that. So am I going to just move away anyway? It won't be that big a deal. Yeah, you know what? Let's maybe have him come here to the Statue of Liberty, where he won't put any more tokens out. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright. In which case, let's see. So we can choose him to go here, but now he's going to move to a location, to any location, and double punch there. So, now in this case, it's not, he's not, for these punches, he's not doing dealer damage to each hero there in his location, I believe. I believe that's how that works. It's because for this one, that's what a punch does on the card, it does that effect, but the special effect just says resolves the effect. So in this case, he's just basically doing 2 damage to a character. I'm going to make him go here again for that movement, because I don't want him generating more thugs or civilians. So in that case, he's going to have to target one of these two. So we're looking at Loki, or we're looking at Bob. I think I'm going to have Bob take the hit here. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, we're going to lose our single movement and single punch. So he's taken 2 hits there, 1 card left. Alright, we flipped that over. Did not generate any more tokens, so that's pretty good. And we are ready to go with our next turn. So it is Bob's turn, speaking of Bob. Oh, now Bob was just getting ready to throw a clumsy wrench there, but I think we've got our double wilds as well though, so that might be a better thing to play. I think. Yeah, let's do it. Which way do I want to go? Let me think. I think we're going to go this way. I think we're going to go this way with these guys. So Bob is going to move once. He's going to put a heroic down on this guy here. Alright. Oh, he's got a movement here too, so he can put another heroic, or it's really a wild, but yeah, let's put those 2 there. Okay. Now, Loki. Okay. Loki quickly made himself scarce when Punisher came to visit Bob there at the Statue of Liberty, but he's now going to try it. Now, what he might do, we've got shapeshifting until the beginning of your next turn. Let's have a read of this one. You guys can have a look at that. Alright, hopefully you can make that out. Is that focusing? Trying to keep it still, but I don't know if I was doing that good a job. Until the beginning of your next turn, when you take damage, you may redirect it to another hero or henchman. Well, it's going to have to be hero in that case, isn't it? I don't think I'll play that at the moment. But I'm thinking, let's wreck the battle van. It's got 2. We've got 2 heroics here. This says heroes may spend 2 heroics in his location. Doesn't say he has to be vulnerable to flip it face down. So I think we're going to try and get rid of it early. All right, let's let the tires down. Sounds like something Loki would do. So let's do that. So we spend 2 of those to let the tires down on the battle van, and then we'll use movement and a wild as a movement and a wild as a heroic to finish this threat off as well. So we are making some progress, forward momentum. There we go, 2 of those down. So we're about halfway on both of these. What does this say? You may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location to any other location. You know what? If we put this here, even if he goes here, he's not going to overflow yet. And this could give us something that we could gain a movement token from later on. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. Alright. So that's that little civilian that went for a day trip has come back to the Statue of Liberty. Not sure why he's staying at the Statue of Liberty. Maybe he had a all-season pass or something. Okay. We'll save this movement token as well. Yeah, I don't think we need to use it just yet. And do we have here? We get one more. We haven't put him under pressure. We've got one more turn here. Now the web shooters. We could move a civilian or a thug about, like pull them in, or we could do an extra movement with that. Okay. I think I just drew a single punch. Alright. So Spider-Punk. What is he going to do? He's got essentially a move, a punch, and then he's got 2 move punches. And what do I want to do? I want to punch a lot of thugs. But here's what I can do. Because what I want to do actually is clear, because I've got 2 heroics now, so I may as well start working on this, right? Now the question is, oh, no, I certainly don't want to mess with those guys, because if I defeat more than one, I'm only going to be able to defeat one, aren't I? Yeah, although these guys will probably work on this, so I think what I'm going to do is put 2 down here. And you know what, it doesn't really, because at the moment I'm not doing much else, am I? Do I just do a punch? Bob's got movement there, doesn't he? He's got a wild, so he could move into here and still do some punching. Yeah, let's just play a single punch. Alright, we'll get rid of this thug and we're all good. And now it's going to be Punisher's turn again. Let's have a look at what he's got. Oh no! That could have been problematic if we were still in that location. But he is going to do a number of punches there. But that is, luckily we've got out of town. Deal a punch to each hero in that location, so we're okay. We escape there, and because he's stuck in that spot there, he may not be populating the board too much more after this. Alright, so that's pretty good. Yeah, because I don't know how much movement Punisher's got in his deck. This is one of the things about the balance of, do these hero decks work with this mission, because obviously U.S.Agent's been designed, his hero deck obviously it has either been designed with this in mind or vice versa sort of thing, so there's probably enough of a spread of these actions that he can kind of do a few different things and you sort of keep you on your toes. Whereas he doesn't seem to have a lot of movement, but his movement does seem to come from those cards like this one where he just suddenly springs an ambush on you and jumps straight in. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, well, let's continue on our merry way. He hasn't really messed with us too much. He tried to catch us. He did get one of us. Bob is looking a little bit worse for wear. We've just drawn Plan Z. Let's have a look. Plan Z. Plan Z here. Let's see. It's we can either add 2 civilians or 2 thugs or a threat token to the corresponding mission card of our choice. Oh, interesting. But if we do that, okay, so either way we're accelerating the villain turn by 1, because we're either going to throw clumsily, where we have to where we get to give 2 punch tokens to another hero in our location, which we could do, or we could just get a move on this. Like, we could just instantly say this one is looking good, couldn't we? That's not bad. And then that would be less heroics we would need to spend. Yeah. Okay. Although I would like to clear these just to sort of gain access to the abilities of the locations and to sort of have less spots where he's going to throw those out though. How far are we? 1, 2, 3, 4 thugs away from completing that. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4 heroics away from completing that one. What have we got there? A punch. Let's do this. I think we're going to do plan Z. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take... oh, I don't have enough now, do I? Let's take one of these. Do I have the... Oh, I don't know if I've actually got them. Because I keep them in a different, container. So we're just going to put one of these down on here for now. Okay. So I'm going to choose to use that one there. Because I've also got a movement and I can punch. So I'm going to move Bob here. I'm going to punch this guy so I can still make a move with that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But now we have to accelerate the villain turn. So we're going to put one of those accelerate tokens. I never know which way to put these up. People remind me every time and I forget every single time. So I'm just going to put that there to show that we only get one more hero turn, which is going to be Loki's. And then we're looking good. Alright, so Loki has drawn another wild. So he's got wilds everywhere. He's got 1, 2, look at that. Okay, whenever you take damage you may redirect it to another hero. I don't really want to do that because... Yeah, okay. Well, what do we do here? Will we move up? We just need Spider-Punk to play a heroic here, so that's fine. Well, you know what, let's just play this shape-shifting one anyway, because it is, I'm probably not going to use it, so let's just get it out of my hands so I'm not always looking at it there. But I've got a movement and a wild, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my movement token, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm only going to defeat one thug here. Just on the off chance that somehow Spider-Punk here can sort of do a bit more. Yeah, let's do that. But now it's going to be Punisher's turn. Alright, uh-oh. Oh no. I think we said nearest, didn't we? So, there's no movement, but he's going to go... Actually, he's not moving at all. Okay, so he's not moving to us, he's just shooting a rocket launcher at us. Yeah, 4 damage against a single enemy. We said nearest, so that's going to be Spider-Punk. So down he goes, a little gentle. Don't want to knock that paint job. And oh boy, we lose some fairly good cards there. Well, let's put the stun thing at the bottom because we can't use that. All right, and when that happens, that is a KO. We take one off the top, so that's going to go over here. We'll never know what that was, and that goes down there. So he's like, I'm not a pushover. All right, he got a bit embarrassed that last turn with that double punch not hitting anyone. So eager to take his revenge. All right, so okay. How many cards has he played? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost that one, 5. Okay. Well, we're back to Spider-Punk's turn, so Spider-Punk's going to wake back up. And so he's been given a wild there. He's got 4. He's got a heroic. So we do want a heroic to clear that, that's fine. We've got a punch. Alright, we've got, ooh, search and destroy. So that one says we can, gives us a punch at the bottom, but also move to any location with a, in this case, a villain, and then punch there. So essentially we can move directly to him and punch him once we get invulnerable, but that's not the case just yet. And we've got one more draw. We've got ourselves a wild. Okay. So. Well, if we clear this, we're making him vulnerable straight away, aren't we? But I think that's going to happen anyway in the next turn. I feel like that's going to happen anyway. So, who's coming up next? Bob. Where is Bob? Bob, you're over there. Okay. So we want Bob to be able to take out... Bob's going to be able to give punch tokens. He's got to move. He's got a wild, so that will allow him to move. So maybe if we play the punch. Oh, and I forgot. I was also thinking to make the game a little bit spicier. I was thinking, what if we put in a situation like where for every KO or maybe overflow, the battle van gets repaired or something like that as well. So that's something we could do. So I'm thinking maybe do we do that? I think maybe because he was able to score that KO just now, I think we do this. Alright, so the battle van's back in play. Alright, yep, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this punch. Alright. Then I'm going, well, problem is we're very far away from him, aren't we? We have to spend some time getting back over to him. Alright. What I think I'm going to do... Let's use these web shooters. Or do we? Do we need to do this? Yeah, because I don't want Bob to have to take out two thugs over there. Let's do it. So, web shooters. We will bring this thug over here, and we will then use our punch to defeat him, and we will use our wild there to clear this mission. Okay, or this threat I should say, which does actually clear a mission though now, doesn't it? Okay, so there we go. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay. Because we have cleared 3 of them, but we got that freebie with Bob's card. So this says you may rescue 1 civilian from this location. Why not? Let's rescue a civilian there. Although he probably wants to be in locations with civilians, doesn't he? Oh, actually, that might be good if we can trap. If we can trap Punisher here. And there's lots of civilians here we can use. I think Hobie's got some sort of card where he gets to attack for a lot of civilians, or have we already used that one? Maybe we've already used that one. Okay, and then we get 1 more hero turn. I think it's going to be Bob's turn. Alright, so Bob. Oof. Deadpool's pet. Until the beginning of your next turn. Let's have a look there. If you have to discard cards, you can have Hero Deadpool discard that number of cards and say, well, he's not here, so that's not super helpful. This says accelerate the next villain turn by 1 card, and he's going next anyway, so I think this is a good time to play this. So what we're going to do, we're going to play this one here. We're going to move in. We are going to, that's with the wild, and we're going to give 2 punch tokens to Loki. Why not? Then we are going to use the last punch over there to defeat this thug, and now we have 2 missions cleared. So he's under pressure. but he is also vulnerable now, so we can try and take him down. The only thing is his battle van is operational again. And if Bob gets taken out, that could get operational again. Okay, so Punisher, he's up next. Oh, okay, so he's laying out the warning shots. He's firing all around him. He's played a heroic, so the heroic would deal damage here and here to each hero in that slot. But luckily we avoid that, and yeah, we've done well because he doesn't have the movement. He doesn't seem to have a lot of movement. He's not landed on spots that are going to generate more thugs and all that sort of stuff as well. So he's just kind of staying there. All right, it's time for us to go to him though. All right, so whose turn is it? It is Loki's turn. He's got 2 punches. Not a lot of he's got a couple of wilds, so he's got a bit of movement to start heading there, but he's not really close yet, is he? Well, I've got to draw a card, don't I? Oh, there we go. Move in a heroic. Now, is that move in a heroic going to be useful? Because got a wild there. We don't have enough movement to get down to him. Maybe if I'd saved that other movement, we could have got there, and would that have given us enough heroics though? Just thinking, is this heroic going to be useful for Spider-Punk to be able to put 2 heroics on him? Because we need to get rid of that battle van, don't we? And it does not look like it. So maybe now is not the time to play that. Maybe we've got to get a bit closer. Alright, in that case, we're going to play this one. We've got 2 wilds, so I think what I'm going to do is head this way. Because with this end of turn effect, you may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location. So if I put them here, maybe if there's some sort of an ability with henchmen, with civilians, Spider-Punk can use that. So that's my plan. Now the other question is, can I use heroics? You may spend... can I use wilds? You may spend heroics in this location to flip it face down. Spend heroic actions. Not sure. It's that same question. I always get stuck on this one. Can I use it or can I not? Alright. So that's Loki. Now Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk, if you move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. That's not going to help you because you'd probably be able to do 1 damage because you'd move straight there. You'd do 2 punches, which would get absorbed by the van, and then you'd be able to do 1 punch. Not great. Not great. So what I might do instead is play the wild and just head in your general direction. Now the thing is, I wonder if I'm going to get hit there. 1, 2. Is it safe to be there? Well, here's a bit of a combo I can use. I can move, just in case he moves away from me, I can move 2 of these guys. Maybe let's move all 3 of them. Any number of civilians from this location to other locations. If you do, gain a movement for each one. So in case he tries to escape me and teleport straight to Bob there, I'm going to take 3 movement tokens. There we go. And then hopefully Loki Although he'd have to... Oh no, my plan doesn't work. I was going to get Loki to send these guys back here. Oh boy. Alright. Maybe that wasn't such a smart move after all. Okay. But it is Punish's turn. He is moving. He's moving away from me. Oh no. And he's under pressure, so he's putting thugs everywhere. Oh no, now we don't even have the space for the civilians. Alright, so he's putting 2 thugs here. And he's putting 2 thugs here. 2 thugs over here. The last one. So 2 here. 2 here. I think there was one more supposed to go there. And he is also going to punch in this location. So we got a bit lucky there. Obviously he's chasing shadows. Okay. Move one location clockwise. Yep. Okay. No overflow yet. Well, whose turn is it? It is Bob's turn. Alright, Bob. What have you got, my friend? You got a wild. I don't like that you've moved so far away from Loki, because Loki might have been able to come in and use some heroics there or something, but... Alright, well... 2 wilds. What are we going to do with that? 1. No, we don't want Bob to get hit, do we? 1, 2. Boy, am I going to be able to take him out? I'm sort of chasing my tail here. Alright. Oh yes, because if I end here with Bob, then Bob can send... I suppose I could do a bunch of rescuing and try and do this, but I think I'm just going to send a civilian over to Bob. Over to the Statue of Liberty. I think that's alright. Okay. And now Loki. Alright, Loki, you've got a movement. Alright, this is it. I think this is what we want. Here's what's happening. We're going to move. Alright. 1. Do we move again? No. No. Let's not move again. Oh, do I send this guy over here? Get myself another movement token. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, why not? Okay. Because he keeps getting away from us. If I play that, then hopefully, whichever way he goes, hopefully he can end up in the right spot. Alright. Oh no, I think that's exactly what we don't need. I think that is gonna break the heroic chain too. Because he's gonna go here. Oh no, alright, this battle van is a problem. It is a problem. Okay. Oh man, okay. Oh no, it's not, because I've got movement tokens for days. Alright. Okay, disaster averted. Alright, let's take care of this battle van. Alright, so we're heading in. 1, 2. Okay. Now how are we getting there? 1 and spending 1 movement token. We're going to spend 2 heroics to flip the battle van over again. Now I'm a little bit concerned, we'll just rescue a civilian, why not? I'm a little bit concerned about Bob being taken out by some sort of attack here. Which will flip the battle van back over again, then we're in trouble. But I think, let's just cross that bridge when we get to it. So he's now, we can attack him. Yes. Speaking of Bob, it is Bob's turn. Well, Bob, it's not a great number of cards you've got here, buddy. But I'll tell you what we're going to do, Bob. Oh, he's still going to target, yeah. If that card comes up, he's still going to target Bob. So, well, let's play a punch just so hopefully Loki can use another punch. I just have to hope Bob is okay. So, yeah. All right. So we will rescue one civilian. We'll send another one at the end here, and that's Bob's turn. All right. All right. Oh no, that's a terrible card. Sorry, the film cut off there because this time not the battery. I forgot to clear the previous film. But yeah, we've just drawn this terrible card here for poor old Bob, and I believe it says 2 punch in any location and 1 on either one. And unfortunately, that means he's, like we said, he was going to try and wait. What's happened to Spider-Punk's cards? Did Spider-Punk get damaged? What have I done with Spider-Punk's cards? When did he get hit? Or have I been forgetting to draw cards for Spider-Punk? What's happening here? Okay, hold on a second. Bob, I think, is definitely getting hit here. But Spider-Punk... Where are your cards, my friend? When did you take a damage? How many cards have you got left in hand? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you've got way too many. So I think I'm pretty sure Spider-Punk hasn't been damaged. So maybe I've been forgetting to draw cards for Spider-Punk. Yeah. And he's got, yeah, okay. So I'll just show you, we've drawn ourselves a move and a heroic. And this heroic here, so hopefully these heroics will come in handy in a second, because this one's Anarchy in Earth 13B, or sorry, is it 138? Says punch in up to 3 locations with any civilians, then discard 1 civilian from each of those locations, so we can sort of spread our punches around. But Bob is the one who he's going to target because it will cause a KO, so Bob gets KO'd. Unfortunately, it's also a heroic that we could have used. Then we get hit in either location, so Loki also gets hit. Lose a movement. Oh my goodness. That is not good. That is not good. Alright. Oh, you know what? I think we're also a few cards down because we've had... that's the second KO, so there's also supposed to be a card come out like that. Yes, uh-oh, he's only got a couple cards left. We are in big trouble here. Okay, because now the battle band is back in action. Oh, no, that's terrible. Okay. Alright, Loki, what can you do, my friend? You don't even have a... We need lots... Oh, okay. No. No, we can't. Okay. Alright, this is what we play. We play this one. Because then Spider-Punk can hopefully use his heroic to do some damage here. Alright. So, Loki can just punch these 2 thugs, I guess, for fun. He can... Because I don't want to use the movement, because the movement is because I've only got the 1 star there, so I'm not going to be able to get to him and do anything to him. I guess I could. I've got so many punch tokens and stuff. I guess I could do a bit of damage to him without even having done that. But maybe let's see if we can hold out. So there's our heroic. Yeah. All right. Let's. So we've done that. We've done the 2 punches. Let's send this guy over here. No. No, let's send him here. Can we send him anywhere? Relocate any number of civilians from This location to other locations, yes. So that's what, to any other location, yes. So, and then we'll get ourselves a movement token, so hopefully Loki can catch up and join the party. But it's now Spider-Punk's turn. And I think Spider-Punk can take care of this van again. So, Spider-Punk's going to draw a card. He's got to move and a punch, but what we need is another star. But ideally we need a star that's going to do some damage. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to do this one, because we can at least do 1 damage. Okay, so we're going to play this. That will give us 2 stars to wreck the battle van again. Then we're going to punch here, and we're going to punch in 3 locations. And this is why I needed to send that tourist over to Times Square. We are going to punch in this location. So that's going to be 2 damage down to 5 for Punisher. And then we have to discard... Oh, I can do this in up to 3 locations too, can't I? So we have to discard this guy, and I may as well do 1 more here. Okay. Oh, look at this. It's the little baby. Little kung fu baby is taking out this, this guy. He's been inspired by Spider-Punk. Alright, so there we go. That's all good. They get discarded, not rescued, because they sort of join the fight. Alright, I don't need to move. I've got two of these up my sleeve. Okay. But now it is... Oh, he's only got 2 cards left. I tell you what, I like this little tweak of making the KOs cause the thing to flip over if you don't have his a way for him to flip using his own cards. I think that's fun. Oh, he's not happy. He's gonna do a punch to everyone in that location. Luckily, not many of us have joined him there, so he's only gonna hit Spider-Punk. Oh, Spider-Punk. Let's see. Spider-Punk is not going to get another turn. It's going to be Bob and Loki, then he might move again. So it might be handy to keep the one where he can move to any location. It might be handy. Are we likely to have anyone get KO'd here? I don't think so. So I don't think we need to use the... I think that's fine. I don't think we need the heroic. Although, are we going to have that many more turns left? Yeah, it might be just a case of trying to do as many punches as possible at that stage if the battle van comes back operational. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, Loki. Luckily, I've loaded you up here, buddy. I've got so many movement tokens. Surely you'll be able to do something. Now, someone who doesn't have movement tokens is Bob. Alright, Bob. 1. Oh, we get to draw 4 cards here, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's waking up. Gets back up. Oh no. Oh, okay, so we've got run away. What does this say? Until the beginning of your next turn, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you must move to the next clockwise location. Okay. We've got accidentally heroic, which is clear a threat in your location. Then discard all cards. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh. Oh, okay, hold on. Well, we've got a single punch, but then we've got this. What is this? Is this would this lose us the game? Alright, he's only got 1 card left, so if we did this, it says punch twice, not punch twice, sorry, 2 wilds, and he would get another wild. He'd also have this, so he'd have 1, 2, so the 3 wilds, no, that's not great. 3 wilds would get us there, but we don't have anything to do there. We don't have any tokens or anything. But if we do that, then we're drawing a master plan card and adding it face down in the storyline. Okay. Tough choice. Alright, so that would get us nothing from playing this card, and we would essentially give ourselves only one more turn with Loki. Loki would have to do 5 damage. We'd be giving him a wild. We know he's got the movement to get there, so he could get there. He could do 3 damage. He'd have 1, 2, 3. But this would be 4. We'd have to draw like a double punch or something. I don't think it's... Oh, hold on a second. What am I talking about? Well, okay, so that would be only... Okay, so that would be giving us one more punch. I think we'd be better off giving him another turn to give us 2 characters who could maybe take him out. I think is the plan. So... Oh, wait a minute. Where'd that other Bob card go? He's got these ones as well. But, you know what I could do? This is not a black bordered card, so we don't have to use it. So I can just play this for the wild, but not actually use the ability. I think that's what we do. Alright, so Bob... you know what, Bob? You know what, my friend? Why don't you go this way? Because if you go this way, you're equidistant, but if he does move this way, you're closer. Alright, so he's going to move there. He's just going to rescue this little guy. Awesome. There we go. Now, Loki. We know we've got the 2 movement to get there, and we can do 1, 2, 3 punches. Why did I think I was getting more punches? Why did I think I was getting 4? If I used that. I don't know. Well. We've got... Oh, maybe because of this. Yes, yeah, because we know we've got at least 1 punch here. Okay, but maybe we've got something better up our sleeve. Come on, Loki. Let's have a look. Have we got something up our sleeve? Okay. What is it? Oh, it's a single punch. Okay, that's not a great card. Okay. So, we've got 2 wilds, we've got 2 movement, we've got 2 punches. Okay, I think I mean, as long as he doesn't do anything crazy here, I think we're okay. What if he's got what if he's got a double punch? Well, then we just lose. All right, 1, 2. Okay, we'll use our 2 movement tokens to get us there. We do 1 punch, 2 punch. The 2 punch tokens I just had, or whatever I did with them. And that's going to be 4 damage. Alright. Now, Spider-Punk's taken a hit. Has he? Did he take a hit? Yeah, he did. Yeah, because he was in there. We've both taken a hit. So, here's the state of play. If he draws a single punch, we're okay. If he draws a movement, we're okay. If he draws a star, we're okay. But if he draws a double punch, we lose. Because we get 2 KOs. He has to take a card from the top of his deck, and we don't have one to get rid of. So, I'm going to flip it this way so I can't see it. This is the final flip of the game for him. Let's see, do we win or do we lose? It's been a tough fight. I've really enjoyed this one. I think this US Agent thing is great fun, finding the No, man. He brought a bazooka to a intergalactic laser beam fight. So a little bit outgunned, my friend. Oh, we got there. Okay, so he does a punch to each hero in his location. So we have to lose one each. Who's going next? Is it going to be Spider-Punk? Yep, alright, let's lose that one then. So Spider-Punk takes a hit. Loki takes a hit. But then we get our turn and we just made it in the nick of time. We've got, I just drew myself another move and punch, but I think we're going with the old search and destroy. We can, oh no, hold on. Well, move to any location with the villain, yep. I think we're allowed to do that, even though we don't have to move. Yep, then punch there and punch again. Plus we've got the wild. And even if we weren't allowed to play that, we can play this one. We've got a whole bunch of movement as well. So down he goes. One last damage, and we got away with it. Our Boxing Day donations were unaffected, and we succeeded. Very, very close. That was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys see that with a little bit of creative sort of tweaking here and there, that this US Agent fight can really, even with the deck as sort of, if we have a look at, let's have a look at Punisher. If you have a look at like the decks, this one here was a pretty top-heavy deck, I think. From memory, he doesn't have a lot. He's got double punch. What's he got? Double punch. Nothing there. Punch, punch. A little bit of movement. That's what, 2 movement. 3. He's got 3 movement in the entire thing. He's got a couple of punches. He's got 2 heroics in the entire thing. So very lopsided with this thing here. But then I think that the key is have a look at it and have a look at the special effects on the hero cards and see if you think they will sort of help make this a bit more of a versatile villain. And I think it was, when I was looking at this, I was thinking, oh, okay, so yeah, thematically I'm happy with him sort of like more likely sort of doing the punches than the heroics. But I was a bit worried about him not moving and, you know, just sort of getting trapped in a spot, and then we would pretty much have free reign of the board and then come in. But the downside is if he's not moving much and you're going in to attack him at the end, he's going to be hitting you hard every time as well. But these, he almost sort of takes out a hero every time he uses one of these special cards. So I thought, well, they can hit from anywhere on the board. So I thought they would be good too. And he must have got rid of, these must have been his wilds. He must like playing on heroic. Yeah, look at that. He discarded the two wild cards. So there you go as well. But yeah, really cool. So Andrea and the team, I'm not sure who came up with US Agent, but I think hopefully I've shown this as proof that it's not necessarily a super balanced fight. Like this one, there was certainly swings back and forth and things like that, but it came right down to the wire, and I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty excited by that one. And yeah, for this one I thought it would be fun to put the shield thing into it as well. So I didn't do that when I played with Havoc last time, but certainly this is pretty cool. And I think the little tweak that just made things, you can see obviously that probably would have ended a lot earlier. We would have had him on the ropes like way back here if it hadn't been for the KO ability. And so I think that's a little bit of a key there, is to have some sort of an ability for the hero. Look for something, whether it's either in their special effects, so you could sort of make it every time they play a special effect card, or every time there's an overflow. But the thing is, I think he can get a little bit trapped with overflow, especially if he's not a move heavy one. So yeah, or maybe looking at the hero that you've got, maybe if you know you've got a hero with a lot of movement but maybe not a lot of attacking power or something like that, maybe you make the recharging of the shield tied to overflow, so that if he lands on these spots here or something like that, that could make it work. But yeah, that was A lot of fun. That battle van was my bane, wasn't it? But we got there. We had just enough sticky bombs to blow up all the different battle vans that came our way, and that was a lot of fun. So great team there. Good teamwork by Bob. Good leadership by Bob, really. Good job, buddy. And Loki had a lot of tricks up his sleeve, although there was one I was waiting for. I was hoping he was going to get it because it would have let us do 2 damage. I think we would have been able to flip our scepter back, because I'm pretty sure... There we go, it was the next card. He gets to recharge his scepter. So we were waiting for that the whole time. What else did he have? He had a movement, a punch, and a wild, so not much else there. Okay, so he's only got the one set. I thought he might have had a couple of these scepter cards in his deck. But that would have been handy, because it either had a heroic, which we could have used maybe to get the battle van going, or we could have recharged the scepter and done 2 hits in any location, so that would have been handy as well. Yeah, that's why I was really tempted to sort of like just pray that was the scepter coming up with this card here, and sort of like, you know, have one less card to come up for the bad guy. But good thing I didn't do that, because that would not have ended well with that single punch. So there we go. Well, thank you very much, guys. That was our Boxing Day special. We'll be back next time with some homebrew. Very excited, I think, for if the next homebrew is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm really super excited to get that to the table. So yeah, we'll have to see maybe next week. Who knows? I might be able to get something filmed a little bit sooner than that as well. Just because we're on holidays here in Oz. So. But if not, yeah, we'll see you at the end of next week, and we'll have some fun. All right, well, thank you very much, guys. Happy holidays. I guess it's coming up to the New Year soon, so Happy New Year, and we'll catch you on the next one. Beef Monkey out. See ya.